What is up, everybody? My name is Nick, and I'm bringing you another one of my K-drama reactions, reviews, and recaps. And this time we're going to be covering the most recent episodes in Trot Lovers, which are going to be episodes 13 and 14. And here we go, straight into it. The first episode of the weekend starts off a little bit. We get a bit of an overlap between the ends of the previous two episodes where they're at the ferry, whenever the dock is, and Junhyun is telling Chuni that kind of hinting at the fact that he's got his memory back. And, well, he doesn't really have his memory back. You know, he's just, he says that the director, the writer of the show, tricked us. They got us all excited for a huge cliffhanger and the fact that he was going to get his memory back, and in reality, he did not. Right? He was just saying, that's the way that the story would go, isn't it? You know, you want a happy ending, and, you know, just as the mermaid girl is about to disappear into nothingness, the prince gets his memory back so that she doesn't have to, right? Wouldn't that be a nice ending? That would be a nice ending, wouldn't it? That's the ending that we all want, and that's the ending that they were going to try, and that's the, you know, ending that they were going to give us immediately to start the next, you know, this week's shows, but they didn't, which is slightly annoying. But in the end, everything works out because you know Suin is relieved by the fact that he still seems to not remember who Chuni is, but in the end, as things progress, yeah, he's at the what was it? Chunhyun is going to their engagement party at whatever the place was. Junhee returns his guitar because she has it, and you know he gets it, and then he's like, who the guitar? Some girl gave it to me, and he was like, Junhee, she was the one he gave it, who's brought this guitar, and then so he runs outside to go and find her, and he can't find her. He just stands in the middle of the street because he's stupid. You don't stand in the middle of the street. Because, you know, things generally happen and, you know, if you're in a K-drama, what happens when you stand in the middle of the street is you force somebody to run out into traffic and push you out of the way. And, you know, motorcycle coming down the road, Junhee jumps out because she's hiding from him, pushes him out of the way so that he doesn't get hit by the motorcycle. He hits his head, and that is the moment that he gets his memory back. But he does not want to reveal that he has his memory back because now he remembers everything. Right, he remembers, you know, what Suin did and all that stuff, you know, and he also, while he was at the, you know, the place where they're having their, their engagement party, right, he overheard Suin's mother, Director Kang, you know, having a phone conversation with somebody saying, like, with the real president, Professor Joe, about, you know, how she, you know, he knows that she set up the scandal with the assemblyman and don't do that anymore. Don't screw with Chuni or else he's gonna come for her. You know, and then so she gets on the phone, calls the director, the PD, whoever the guy is who works with the company, you know, and says like, oh, we're in kind of a bit of trouble. The president knows about all what we're doing, you know, and wow, but I'm gonna take care of it. It's no big deal. Junhyun overhears all of that, and you know, kind of figures that, well, Suin and her mother are out to get Junhee, and he doesn't like that, obviously, because now he's got, at the moment before he got his memory back, because this all happened before he, you know, hit his head again. It kind of, he's a bit suspicious as to all what's going on, right? But at that moment, then he kind of is a bit suspicious as to like, what are you talking about, and why are you trying to destroy her like this? You know, but I mean, he wasn't really going to do much about it, I don't think. But you know, he gets his memory back and he's trying to hide it from people as he goes about investigating, you know, what really happened, trying to play off the fact that he has his memory back. But slowly but surely, people do remember. People will find out that he does have his memory back, and you know, all that stuff. Lots of very happy things happen. You know, he goes back to their house. He protects Byul from some girls who are going to bully her, which is actually a really funny sort of situation there. I really did like it because, you know, he's got sunglasses on. They don't know who he is, and he goes and he intervenes and is like, hey, maybe you should stop doing that. And the girls are trying to be all tough and all something. Who are you? Maybe you should just leave, get out of here. This is none of your business. And then he takes his sunglasses off, and it's like, I'm the god of music. And then the girls are like, oh my god, it's Junhoon Oppa, oh my god. And then they freak out and turn instantly. Their attitude switches because, you know, you got Junhoon, you got the god of music, Junhoon, in front of you, who you love and idolize. Why would you be mean? So yeah, it was a fun scene. I really did enjoy it a lot. Enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. So, you know, he's got his things. Also, you know, in terms of other background plots, Taesong and Neil Pilnya, the trainee girl who got kicked out of Shine Star as she was trying to bring down Chunhee, they are, you know, in a bit of a weird relationship where Taesong does not really want to be with her, but at some point though he does kind of realize, like, wow, this girl is it. And he, at that point, you know, when we're in the karaoke bar, his whole, you know, attitude towards her kind of changes because he's, you know, chasing the coach. And, you know, when they're at the noraebang, he changes. He has a change of heart, which is interesting. It's not really a major plot point, but it's a thing. It's kind of a bit of a source of entertainment, and, you know, it's gotta have a decent happy ending, I guess, depending on how you want it to go. So, you know, while Junhoon though has got his memory back and he's trying not to reveal it to anybody, you know, he's going about, you know, being a bit weird about the whole thing. Like he gets his phone back from when he had his accident. He's looking for the CCTV tapes from the auditorium. He's called in some news network to do a bit of an investigation on the whole thing. And, you know, that's making Suin and her mother a bit suspicious as to whether or not he actually has his memory back or not. You know, but he does drop a couple of, you know, he does say a couple of things when the pressure is on that kind of reveals everything. You know, and the main thing is that he just kind of, like, at their, whatever, you know, it's, you know, he just says, like, well, you know, at one point he just kind of says, I've realized that I like Chunhee, and I don't know why, but I do. So can we just postpone the engagement? And that's good. Yeah, and I guess the thing that makes me hate Suin the most is, you know, now she's, you know, like, really out to get Chunhee. And the fact that Chunhee, you know, Junhoon reveals to Chunhee that he remembers her and all that stuff, he's got his memory back and all that good stuff, right, which is good, right, that's what we want. And so now that kind of gives Chunhee a bit of, you know, confidence and all that stuff to be, you know, to fight back and be a bit, you know, aggressive in terms of, like, you know, Suin, you don't really know what you're talking about, right? He doesn't really like you. You're just saying that because for whatever reason. You know, there was a really actually kind of, it turns out to be a funny scene, you know, when you know, Suin and Chunhee are in the stairwell somewhere, and Suin is, like, saying, like, leave Chunhoon alone. He loves me. And we're going to get married. He doesn't like you anymore. He may have dated you before, but that's history. It doesn't exist anymore. You know, and then Chunhee's like, well, do you really love him, or are you just doing this for other reasons? Because this doesn't look like love. And then walks away. And then Suin gets really pissed and looks like she's about to throw her purse, and then she just face plants on the stairs, which is hilarious. I don't know why she fell or anything like that, or how she fell, but she did, and it was hysterical. It was a really, really funny moment there. You know, and then at that moment, I guess was the moment that Suin was just like, you know what, I'm gonna kill her. Not like literally kill her, but I'm gonna crush her. And, you know, has the brilliant idea to invite her to their engagement party / birthday party for Junhoon, and, you know, have her as someone who comes over to sing a song. And so she does, and she sings a song, and the entire time she's staring at Junhoon, right? Suin doesn't like that very much. But, you know, before that even happens, though, she's got Junhoon's mom actually came through. You know, it was kind of a ploy by Suin's mother to get them, you know, as a way to help solidify the marriage between Junhoon and Suin. And, at the party, Suin just kind of drops the whole thing with like, see that girl over there, the one who just came in here? Can't believe she keeps following him around, right? She's trying to steal him from me, right? And of course, naturally, the way that Junhyun's mom takes that is, well, that's kind of disgusting. You shouldn't be doing that. That's repulsive. That's really low of you. So she confronts Junhee, and then she tosses her wine, spills her wine all over her, because that's what you do, right? There's that, and you have a really good, emotional sort of scene there where Junhee is singing for Junhyun. And then as Junhee is leaving, for no particular good reason at all, Suin just decides, I'm gonna push her into the friggin' pool. And she does it, she's stupid about it, because, I mean, how do you push somebody in the pool but then end up falling in yourself? Are you dumb? But she does. They both end up in the pool, and they're drowning. Who knows really if they're actually drowning or not? But they seem to be drowning, not being able to swim particularly well. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they actually were drowning, but they're drowning. And then Junhyun and Gunwoo both jump in the pool to grab Junhee, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, why didn't Suin's fiance go for her instead of Junhee? That's weird." And everyone says it's weird. But yeah, and then we end the episode with the moment that I was waiting the entire 2 episodes, 2 hours, where I was like, just tell her, Junhyun, just drop the hammer and wreck her life. Just do it. Tell her. And I have not actually like shouted and all that stuff at a drama in such a long time for, things that I want to happen. But these 2 episodes were the most in a very, very, very long time. And so, yeah, but I do get what I want at the end of the episode, where Junhyun, he sends a text message to Suin with the picture of Junhee's wrecked dress from when she spray painted when she caused the accident. Says, "Meet me at the stage where the accident occurred," and all that stuff, or something bad's gonna happen, or I'm gonna call the news and we're gonna reveal everything. I got all kinds of evidence I'm gonna leak. And so, obviously, in order to stop that, Suin goes, and Junhyun is there. He meets her on the stage, and is like, "Hey, I remember everything," and then grabs the engagement necklace that he had given her, because he's trying to play it cool as like, I'm gonna marry you and all that stuff. So of course this necklace that isn't really for you is for you, because you're the one that I love. I'm gonna marry you, and this is your engagement thing. She grabs that, which is meant for Junhee, pulls it off of her neck, is holding it, is like, pretty much like, you're done for. You're done. That's it. This is over. I'm gonna destroy you. See, and it's taken, and so the next 2 episodes, the finale of the entire series, is going to be exciting. I cannot wait for it. And unfortunately, no. Yes. I was going to say, no, I'm going to be at KCON for the 2 episodes, so I'm not going to get to watch it until Thursday. Holy God. Doesn't that suck? Kind of. A little bit. Tiny bit. But yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. This series really is one that I have been really, really engaged in. I've enjoyed it a ton, and it took a bit of time to get to a good point where it was actually really engaging and exciting and all that stuff. But we're finally here, and unfortunately, the series is about to end. So, kind of sucks. So, yeah. And then I've gone this entire time, right, up until episode 13, where I was like, I hate Suin, but then at other moments I was like, I don't really hate her at all. She's kind of good and all that, mainly because, I kind of think, like, I was thinking, like, look, she doesn't really want to do it. There were a lot of times where she was doubting what she was doing, She was just doing it because this is what her mom tells her to do. And, at the end, well, she's decided, like, no, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to be a bitch about it. And so she's being mean, and I don't like that. And now I really hate her, even though I couldn't hate her previously. So that's the thing. Oh my God, and how did I forget about this? Junhyun gets Chunhee's dad to come back to the house, right? He's got colon cancer too. That's a thing. He's been meaning to get surgery, but he just hasn't gotten surgery yet either. That's a good thing. Junhyun told him of his story about when he went to school, when Junhyun went to school one day, and then his father died while he was at school. And then, he kind of just thought, like, man, if I had just not gone to school for 1 hour, then I would have had an hour with my dad and all that stuff, and it would have been awesome. And I regret that, or whatever. Kind of as a way to convince Myung-sik to go back home. Oh my god. Now that we're talking about Myung-sik, I got all kinds of things to talk about. Right? And so Myung-sik and Chunhee are reunited. The family is reunited, which is another one of those things that I wanted to happen, and it's happened. I just want to see how that plays out as well, since he's got cancer, he's about to die. Is he going to get the surgery? Is he not going to get the surgery? What exactly is going to go on with that? Who knows for sure? But we've got one more thing to talk about too in terms of plot. Myung-sik turns up at Shine Star to try and find I can't remember what her name was, but whoever she is, she was one of the trio of women who were around his wife, the singer, who's Chunhee's mom. Cannot remember her name either, which is ridiculous. I probably should remember it, but I can't. But he goes and talks to Suin's mother, who is one of the women who was kind of associated with his wife at the time when she was singing, and is like, I'm looking for this woman, right? Do you know where she's at? And of course, Suin's mom knows where she's at. She's in Seoul. Of course she's, there. I mean, they've talked to each other. They've seen each other and all that stuff. But she's getting phone calls from her saying that I'm coming right up to your office and all that stuff while Myung-sik is there. And then Suin's mom's like, no, I don't know where she's at. And then hurry the hell up and get out of this building so that you don't see her, right? Because I don't want you to see her, because he's kind of investigating a little bit about, his wife's death. And he kind of thinks that this woman that he's looking for has the answer. And she probably does. I kind of get the feeling that she does. Or at least Suin's mom thinks that she does have the answer to who actually killed her. And so, she's trying to hide that. But turns out that he does see her. He decides he's going to turn around because, he also went there he was like, well, I'm at Shine Star, I'm going to see Chunhee as well. But he's in the taxi and leaving. And Chunhee calls him and says, like, oh, I'm at Shine Star right now. I'm at the entertainment company. I'm doing stuff. And, Myung-sik was like, well, I was just there and was told that you weren't there, so I'm coming back. And at that moment, he sees the woman that he is looking for trying to grab a taxi away from Shine Star. And turns out that the woman that he's looking for is Junhyun's mom. So, drama in terms of that as well, because even though this it's a really short kind of plot line here, it might be a bit heavy in terms of character reaction, feelings, and all that stuff towards each other. Because if Junhyun's mom or Sumin's mom or whoever is responsible for his wife's death and all that stuff, then how is that gonna play out? Because Junhyun and Chunhee are in love, and they're going to get married at some point, probably. I would predict that they're going to get married at the end of the show. So, if you find out that Junhyun's mother, somehow had a hand in the death of his wife, how is that gonna affect their relationship? And my microphone, the shadow of my microphone. Anyway, how is that gonna affect their relationship? Who knows for sure? I don't know. I'm curious to see that, because it probably could turn the entire series on its head, and the ending could be something quite different from what is, if you keep going along the path that we're going now, it could make it turn out to be something completely different from where we're obviously headed to right now, or logically headed to. So, yeah, that's all I got. So, I'm going to leave with a couple questions. First off, what do you think is going to happen between Junhyun and Chunhee? Are they going to get married? Are they not? What's going to happen? Because remember, there are different factors playing into this, right? Junhyun is looking to get revenge on Suin and her mother. And Myung-sik and his wife who's dead or who was killed has some sort of relationship with Junhoon's mother and Sumin's mother, as they were both, all performers around the same time together. So how is that going to affect, Junhoon and Chunhee's relationship, if it does at all, right? And my second question is, what do you think is the relationship between Junhoon's mom and Myung-sik's wife, or Myung-sik in general? And what do you think is going to happen with that? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm really curious to find out. And number 3, does Junhoon get his revenge on Suin and destroy her, or is he nice because he's above all of that petty revenge crap and just kind of like man, I'm really disappointed in you, Suin. Get it together and just let her go. But yeah, those are my 3 questions for you. Leave the answers down in the comments below, and you can also leave any sorts of responses and other things at my Twitter at ManWorkerGames. The link for that is going to be in the description, and that is all I got for you. And I'll see you in a week or so, because I'm going to KCON over the weekend. So I will see you Thursday at the earliest. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a rating. It does help me out in many different ways that you probably don't even know about. Whether it is good or bad, ratings are appreciated. And if you want to see more of these videos, my K-drama review, reaction, recap type things, subscribe. Also, K-pop music video reactions and analysis and stuff like that as well. I do those videos. So if you want to see more of my Hallyu related sort of stuff, then do subscribe so you get more of those as they are released and all that. And I will thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.